everyone and welcome back to my channel. Before we begin with the facts, I would just like to say once again, in this time of the pandemic, to just honestly be safe. Try and keep yourself as healthy as possible, and please do stay indoors, please. So the very first fact that I can share is that humans are the only species, or some call it animal, but humans are the only species that enjoy spicy food. Fact number 2 is that humans are the only species or animal that brain actually shrinks as you get older, and accordingly this is the reason for dementia. Fact number 3 is that the biggest contribution to weight gain that you could ever eat is potato chips. That is the biggest source of body fat that you can gain out of what you eat. Fact number 4 is that fish, like right across the world, is labeled wrong. So that means many times people are fooled into buying a certain type of fish, like it's labeled salmon and it's not salmon, and you would end up buying something, a packet or however fish is labeled or packaged. You would buy that fish for more expensive than what it actually is because it looks different, and you are fooled into believing that it's a certain type of fish. The next fact we know is that bananas don't reproduce. So we all know that bananas don't have a seed, and because of that, farmers then use a certain part of the stem of a banana to then replant. And what I know out of my own experience and knowledge is that my dad actually taught me that a banana tree won't carry bananas if it is just one tree that has been planted and now it's standing. A banana tree literally needs a mate right next to it so that bananas can actually carry. If bananas do carry, then on a tree, a single tree standing on its own, it's not real. It's like they call it mock, or it's just not good. The next fact is actually so funny. I had to try it beforehand before I actually let you guys know about it because I just found it so weird. So the next fact is that you can't hum while you hold your nose closed. So if you hum and you actually hold your nose closed, no sound comes out. The next fact is, I'm not going to still go into that, is that apparently April 11th, 1954 is a very bad day. You can research if you are interested. The next fact actually says that bigger forks, fork that you eat with, fork, bigger forks lead you to eating less. So the only thing that I can picture now is actually a big fork and people eating like from the tip of the fork. Like some people eat like this from a fork. It leads you to eating less. The fact after that is, so the next fact I actually knew, your cell phone is actually full of bacteria. I knew that one. The fact after that is that the longest living insect in the world are termites. They can live as long as 100 years. Chewing gum after a meal reduces heartburn. Like, it reduces acid reflux, and that's actually a lesson to me as well. I need to start doing that. The fact after that is actually so weird, and it's so shocking. Dogs can smell cancer. They smell it, and if your dog smells it, he starts acting hysterical. And if you do take him to a vet, the vet will then prove this to you. That's one way to find out. Besides the fact that dogs can smell cancer, bees can detect bombs. So if there's a bomb somewhere that's about to, or that's busy ticking, bees will detect it. The next fact is actually very funny, but it has been proven. And I'm not going to give a lot of comment on this, it's just a bit sad. Studies have shown that boyfriends actually do way more housework than husbands. Once you become a husband of someone, the motivation apparently of doing a chore in the house just decreases by a mile. So I've learned that Lego produces about 306 million tires a year. Lego produces about 306 million tiny little play toy tires a year. And then also, naps can reduce the risk of a heart attack. And when I actually read this, it actually dawned by me why people would always say, take it easy, take a nap, rest a little, you're overdoing it, you're overworking it. It's because overworking contributes to heart attack, and having a nap often reduces that risk. So the next fact is actually quite interesting, is that sleeping on a hammock, you would actually sleep much deeper than sleeping on a bed. And I've told my dad so many times, I've never slept on a hammock before, and I would love to do that. I'd love to try it. I'd love to just lay on it or have a nap or just swing. It just looks so peaceful. And the very last fact that I have to share is that babies, we all know this, but babies, like newborn babies, don't shed tears. They just cry hysterically. So, just because your baby isn't shedding tears does not mean that he is not in pain or not in discomfort. It's just that they can't. It's not there. So we've come to the end of our facts, and at least I've also learned something, that a few things that I didn't know, or that actually shed more light on certain situations, and hope that you have learned something as well. Once again, I would just like to say thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time out to actually come and look what the video is about, and all your support is much appreciated. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you knew any of the facts that I have mentioned, please comment down below. If you didn't know and you actually learned something, and then comment as well and let me know, and also what you would like to see in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.